Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, thank you for giving me positive response on my previous video. So भाई जैसे मैंने आपको कहा था कि दूसरी वीडियो जो होगी जिसके अंदर जो है ना मैं नॉटिंघम ट्रेंट यूनिवर्सिटी दिखाऊंगा. तो यूनिवर्सिटी जो है मैं विजिट करवाऊँ और श्री हैरी के बगैर, so that's not going to be the justice with the video. This guy is a very close friend of mine and in fact one of the only friends that I have in the Nottingham Trent University. Let's welcome Sri Harry and then we'll be asking a lot from him because he knows a lot about university and the university life. So Sri Harry, how are you doing?
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Thank you for having me in this video.
So Sri Harry, can you please tell me anything about yourself, from where you are and which program are you studying?
I'm actually from India and specifically Kerala. It's actually the southern part of India. So I'm not that good at Hindi, but basically I can understand Hindi, but I can't communicate properly. And I'm doing MSc in Human Resource Management. That's what he's also doing. We both are in the same course. So that's all about me.
How is your life going in the Nottingham Trent University and overall as a student in the UK?
Overall, as a student, I think this is the most challenging time. As a student coming to another country, you'll have to take a lot of responsibility. You'll have to look at a lot of things at the same time, like managing your part-time, your accommodation, your managing your rent in the accommodation, and finding all the other stuff. And the most important thing is the assessments. You'll have to keep up with the assessments and manage all these things simultaneously. That's going to be the biggest life challenge in the life that when you're coming over to the UK.
So brother, a simple question. Do you think coming to Nottingham Trent University was a right decision? And if I generally ask, coming to UK was the right decision for you? Are you happy with the decision?
Actually, I'm happy. I was having a lot of thoughts before coming here. I was checking about different countries like Australia, Canada, and also UK, New Zealand, all these English-speaking countries. And I really wanted to want a really good student life experience, even if I'm going to any country. So that was my biggest concern before coming here. And that's it. So finally, after a lot of research, I found out the University of Nottingham Trent and this place Nottingham. When you talk about Nottingham is one of the best place, and it is known as the student city actually. So you can find a lot of students. There are multiple universities nearby, University of Nottingham University, then Derby University is here, and Nottingham Trent. So yeah, you can find a lot of students in this particular place.
You just mentioned that you chose UK instead of all those countries. Can you please tell me more? Why did you choose UK instead of all these countries?
Basically, I was more concerned about the studies, on the course that I was going to take. So I was more oriented in that way. So I looked upon the subject that I'm going to take, and I just wanted to come to a really good university rather than going to some other place and experience something else, something bad in life. So I've made some good research about this university where I can come. Students can experience a lot of things. Every sort of thing gets if we are having any problems as a student, or anything like that, this university is the best thing that you won't be finding anything like that.
Let's move towards another question that would be related to accommodations. So you know a lot of friends who are living either in private accommodations or university accommodations and also shared accommodations. So can you tell me, outside of London, what's the average price that students would be paying for each or different types of accommodations?
Different types of accommodation, yeah. Actually, that's one of the biggest concern in here as a student, finding a proper accommodation over here. I think if you're there are two options for you. One is you can rent an apartment 1 BHK or 2 BHK. That will cost around 700, 800 pounds, 600 to 800 pounds. You can find a student accommodation that is actually nearby the university within the city, or else you can try for something like a shared house, a rented house, where you might need to share your place with 3 or 4 other people. In that case, you can find a house for around it can start from 250 until range to 500, 600. You can find a place for a single person.
Now moving towards part-time jobs. So is it easy for students to find part-time jobs, and Like, what do you say if a student is willing to work for 20 hours? What's the average income that a student would be earning in the Nottingham or generally in the UK?
Finding a part-time is actually a challenge, but like you need to be a bit prepared like before coming to the UK, like having a good CV or like keeping up a good communication skill, and all these things matter actually. Like it's not like that you can't find a part-time job. It's quite easy, like if you have the if you are willing to work and if you have the ability to like go and talk to people, you can find a part-time over here easily, I think. Yeah. And also keep a note on these things like what Indeed, there are sites like Indeed, Total Jobs, there are different sites like that.
Even you can utilize LinkedIn and Sonic Jobs. There are many sites which you can utilize.
Like, with your CV, like you can like upload your CV and you can keep applying to the places. Like there are a lot of retail shops and warehouses, factories. There are a lot of job opportunities. Like within the NI, like National Insurance Limit, like of the 20 hours, you can work in like a whole lot of places over here.
Say on average, what do you think? Give me a number. So just tell me, okay, this is the average that students would be earning, 600, 700, 800 or maybe more than that. What's the average that students would be earning over here?
So in an average, you can make around like £1,000. Like if you're working properly for the 20 hours that we can work for an international student, you're only allowed to work for 20 hours. If we are utilizing that 20 hours, we can earn around £1,000 a month. That's basic, but yeah, it depends on the time. Like when it's winter, it can change. Like it can increase or decrease according to the time. Yeah.
And in between, there are summer breaks and winter breaks. So, like, I guess during those breaks, students can earn up to £2,000.
Yeah.
If you're working full time.
Full time, yeah.
And if you're already linked with an organization, they'll give you more hours and you'll be able to work more and you'll be able to earn more. But if you're trying to work more than 20 hours, it's going to be problematic sometimes. So you need to be careful when you're doing part-time jobs.
Even if you're working like at your break time, you can actually work for around 40 hours. 40 hours is like actually allowed for the students.
What do you think? What are the like different types of jobs that students can do?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you can find a job in these retail places. Like there are a lot of shops like Tesco, Sainsbury, Aldi, Asda. There are a lot of retail shops like where you can work in the till or like help in packing or all these stuffs you can find. And other than that, you can have jobs in warehouses.
That's really tough, bro. I don't know. He's the only person that I know is like he is doing part-time job in a warehouse and he's happy with that. I don't know how does he manage it, but like working in a warehouse or a factory is a nightmare for students. But you don't have to get disheartened. You have to do those jobs and
you can check into a lot of variety of jobs. Like there are a lot of even if you can work for like 5 hours, there are a lot of restaurants around the city. If you're staying nearby the city, you can find a lot of restaurants, shops where you can work for like 5 hours a day. That's it, yeah.
And yeah, so like students can also do some jobs on security. They can also find jobs in care homes. You can also find jobs as teaching assistants, or sometimes you can also find jobs as stewards. And if you just explore the universities, you'll also be able to get the job inside the university. So every university has their own employability team where you just need to register yourself, and you'll keep on getting the updates of part-time jobs, and you can also always join those jobs. So you need to open your eyes and ears to get a proper part-time job. So Srihari, there's one really important question. Do you think students can save amount for their studies?
Yeah, to be honest, like coming here as a master students, you won't be able to save a lot of money because you'll be earning around an average you'll be earning around 800-900 pounds, and you need to pay your rent. That's almost around at an average you'll be needing to pay around 400-500. So, and you also need to manage all your expenses other than that. So I won't suggest to save money at this time period. Other than that, you'll be having a lot of breaks. Like if you're coming as a master, you'll be having 2 breaks at sometimes 1 break, or at times it can be 2. in that time you can work for like 40 hours a day, and you can 40 hours a week, and you can save up to like £1,000. Yeah, that's what I believe here.
So bro, what do you think, how is your overall experience of studying in the UK, and what do you think, do you find yourself getting a proper job in the UK?
Overall experience, yeah, like you just can't take a decision just by like, yeah, I'm going to UK, I'm just coming here, I'll just sort things out after going there. Before coming here, like you need to be a bit planned, like even though your CV, your profession, like you need to have some experience, or you need to have a better knowledge about the things that you're gonna go do and come over here, like. So be prepared, like otherwise if you're gonna come without anything, you're gonna struggle here a bit, like just as a student you won't be able to find anything, find part-time, so you need to be having an expectation about all the things that are out here. So yeah, a better planning can make this place better.
Like, do you find yourself in a job after you've graduated from here?
Future, yeah, it's like if you're having a better planning about all these things, like getting a proper CV, getting a good profile in LinkedIn, and it won't come up in all of a sudden. Like you need to keep applying, like at least it'll take around 100, 200 applications so that you can find the perfect job.
Okay.
If you find a perfect job over here, it makes your life easier.
So, Sri Hari, where are we heading next? So, today, what do you think that what things or what places of the Nottingham Trent University city campus, which places are we going today?
I think we'll first move on to the global lounge. That's the center of attraction of the university.
Okay.
And then later on we'll move to the library.
Okay.
Then we'll go to the student union, Nottingham Trent Student Union.
Student union. What about NBS? Do you think we should go over there? I guess we should.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Okay, let's go. Thank you.